Hi, everybody, and happy Maca Monday. Um, if you guys have been with us for the past probably around well, no, it's been more than a month. I don't know how long it's been, but if you guys have been with us for as long as we have been going, then you would know that, we have different segments of Pushing Pawns with, different people here at Macam and Mines. We've already went over the pieces, the board, how the pieces move, the worth of each piece. We just finished a segment not yesterday, on Friday, about capturing pieces. And so today we're going to be picking up a new segment called Finding Checkmate. And so we're going to be going through, learning how to find ways to not only check your opponent, but checkmate them as well. And just so that we have clarification on what the difference between checkmate and check is, checkmate is when your opponent has absolutely no other moves because of the setup of the game. Check is when you are being threatened, your king or your opponent's king or your opponent is threatening your king, but you have another place to move or you have other options to do. Let's see. Let me see. Another thing too, when going through check and when you're in check, you always want to run through CPR, and CPR is capture, protect, and retreat. And so once again, when you're in check, you always want to go through CPR. So go C first, P next, then R. C once again is capture. So can you find a way to capture the piece that is threatening your piece? Protect, can you find a way to protect your king that is being threatened? And then R, which is retreat or run, however you guys want to remember it or want to look at it or whatever the case may be. You just run from, that challenge or whatever. So yeah, like I said, we will be going over finding checkmate. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you all really quickly. Um, and like I always say, guys, if you have any questions, any, let me see, any questions, any comments or anything like that, be sure to, comment them. Sorry, I was losing my train of thought. But okay, so like I said, we're going to be looking at finding checkmate. So the first one we're going to go into is the pawn race. Now, if you guys were here with us on Friday and the few chess times before, then you would know that, each of these sections comes with a video. So I will be reading the description of the video or of the segment first, then we'll watch the video, and then we'll dive into the challenges. So, and this is oh wait, hold on. Oh, I'm not logged in, my bad, y'all. Because I was wondering, like, I know that we have these. So, Um, so the comment here is when both sides only have kings and pawns, it's essential to count how many moves each side will take to promote. Usually, whoever gets there first will win the game. Okay, so this is a pawn race, and like I said, we'll watch the 4-minute video, and then after that, we will get into the challenges. So. Okay, so hold on. Okay, sorry, I was trying to make the chessboard bigger. Okay, so now that we've watched this, I'll kind of just go over what the video is talking about a little bit. And so pretty much a pawn race is the race to your opponent's rank, and ranks are the numbers, files are the letters. So you're racing to the end of your opponent's rank, and then whoever gets there first is able to pawn promote first. And then just to go over pawn promotion once again, that is pretty much just once you reach the end of your opponent's rank, you're able to promote to a bigger piece, a bit, well, I mean, a bigger piece, but a piece that's worth more and then has more versatility in its moves. I mean, as y'all have seen, most people tend to promote to a queen simply because they're worth the most amount of points on the board outside of the king. They have the most versatility when moving because they're allowed to move vertically, horizontally, as well as diagonally. But in some cases, depending on, the setup of the board, you might want to pawn promote to a bishop, a knight, a rook, or, whatever the case may be. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into these challenges. So it's white's move. Both sides are racing towards pawns to promote. Wait, both sides are racing pawns to promote. Which pawn should white move to win the race? So, let's see, which pawn should white move? I personally would move the pawn that's already, coming down. So, why can't I move this one? Both sides are racing. Oh, I'm tripping. See, that's okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna explain my mistake. Okay, so and that's why it's important to pay attention to which way the board is facing. So if you guys can see, it's 1 through 8 going up. And so that means that white already came because white starts on the second rank. And so that means that white is moving forward. So you would move the pawn on h6 simply because it is going forward, if that makes sense. Sorry, y'all. Um, okay, so then I'm going to promote to a queen. Great job. White promotes first, and notice the new queen protects black's promotion square. Okay. Which pawn should white advance to win the pawn race? Okay, so now that I learned my mistake, let's see here. We're going to go, it's moving up now. I'm not too sure on what let me see. Okay, yeah. So, because if you guys can see, the pawn right here on g6 it was ahead of the pawn that was on b5, but because I can't tell if that's a king. Yeah, that's a king. So because of the king right there, the king can easily just take, well, actually, it wouldn't be able to, but the pawn wouldn't be able to move. And so the only reason why the king wouldn't be able to take the pawn, okay, so let's say that I did move the pawn on g6 to g7. The only reason why the king wouldn't be able to attack my pawn is because two kings cannot be side by side. They cannot be next to each other, side by side, diagonally, any type of way. They cannot be within one. They can't be next to each other. And so I wouldn't be able to attack the knight or the king either because pawns attack diagonally. So that would pretty much just be me stuck there. Sorry, I'm talking a little too fast. Okay, so excellent. White advances that pawn that does not have a piece blocking its promotion path. Keep pushing forward. Okay. All right. I'm going to promote to a queen. Let's see. Now black is checkmated. And if you guys don't see why, so the black king cannot move to h8 simply because on h8, the queen still has direct access to him. And once again, like I was saying, kings aren't allowed to be next to each other, so he can't move on f7 or g7. And then with h7, this pawn right here is blocking that square. And like I said, pawns do attack diagonally, therefore it wouldn't be able to do that. Or move there, I guess you can say. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to it. White has two pawns that can march forward and promote in two moves. Which pawn move is best? So once again, these pawns are going forward. I say this pawn is right. Because if you're Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't look at that. I was looking at it being diagonal, and I was looking like, okay, the pawn on I'm tripping. H6 is going to be on H8, but the black king is only, I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I just didn't think it fully through. So, and then there we go. Um, and then let's see, just for clarification, white promotes with check, winning the pawn race and gaining a winning position. Great job. Okay, both pawns are racing to promote. With white to move, should white promote or should white first prevent black from promoting? So, um, kind of something that I learned during school. If they give you an option, meaning or should, this is the second option, but we're going to look at why. So, if I promote first, then like the video was showing, I would be pretty much behind the king. I'm tripping, sorry, y'all. The king. And so then my opponent's pawn will be able to promote right here on H1, thus allowing it to have a direct access to the king as well as my queen. So the first thing to do would be to prevent my opponent from promoting, and I would do that using this knight right here. Now, the only thing with that is I have to take into account how knights move and how my knight will be able to attack. So if I move three spaces, so 1, 2, 3 right here, then if my opponent still decides to promote, let's say they come right here to H1, my knight would still be able to come and attack right there. So, excellent. White's knight protects the promotion square, ready to capture black's pawn if it promotes. White can safely promote to a queen on the next move. Okay. White's only hope is to promote the pawn, but it is about to be captured by black's king. Can you find a king move that protects the pawn and prepares to safely promote it on the next turn? Okay, so a king move. Hold on, let me reread this. White's only hope is to promote the pawn, but it is about to be captured by black's king. Can you find a king move that promotes the pawn and prepares to safely promote it on the next turn? Like, I get what it's asking, but I'm looking at the board and I'm trying to see how I would do that because okay, or I don't know if that's obvious to you guys or not, but if I come right here to F8, the king would be able to attack me. So it's asking, can I find a way? Oh, okay. So king move. Now, like I said, two kings cannot be next to each other. So if I move my king on D7 to E8, oh, okay, so this one works, but it said, great, this move also works for white. Can you find the other king move that does the same thing? So just to finish saying what I was saying, if I move right here, then the black king, if they can't decide to take my pawn because it would then be next to another king. Let's see. The next move. Oh, sorry. So I guess just moving right here then. Excellent work. Now let's promote the pawn. Okay, and so then it wouldn't be able to move my face from the screen, and I'm going to play the video, keep myself on mute so that you guys can hear it with no distractions, and then we'll get into, playing the challenges or whatever. So first, castling is a good idea, but if the king is on the back rank without other pieces to defend it, it may be vulnerable to a back rank checkmate from a rook or queen. It's often a good idea to advance one pawn in front of the king to create an escape square and avoid that mate. Okay. So, um, just really quickly, castling, we have went over that. I'm pretty sure it's in a video. Well, it is in a video, just not too sure on which one. So I'm just going to go over it briefly. But just before I go over that, if you guys are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe so that you guys can watch all of our videos. And yeah, because like I said, we have been playing chess and teaching chess for a pretty long time, as far as us together. And so, yeah, if you guys missed any of those videos, be sure to check out the YouTube channel so that you guys are able to check those out. Now, castling is a way to protect your king. However, there are about 5 rules to castling, and I'm going to hope that I say them all. So, first rule, you cannot castle into check. You cannot castle yourself out of check. You cannot castle if you have moved your king. You cannot castle if you've moved your knight, or I mean, not your knight, your rook, either one of your rooks. And then you cannot castle yourself in check, out of check. Um, Dang, I always forget one. Let me see. You cannot castle yourself in check, out of check. Pawn, I mean not pawn, king, rook. There's another rule, but once I figure it out, I'm gonna tell y'all. So yeah, but castling is a way to protect your king early on in the game. So if you're castling on the queen side of the board, your king is gonna move over 1, 2, 3 times, and then your rook is gonna move over to this square right here on c8. Now, if you're castling on the king side, 1, 2 squares over, and then the rook comes over to the left of the king. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself on mute. And then while you guys are watching this, and I'm still gonna be watching too, but I'm gonna look up that last rule so that I can tell you guys correctly. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're back, and like I told y'all, I will be finding out the answer to that. So let me just go ahead and go over castling one more time, just so that I can make sure that you guys got it. So the first rule is you cannot castle into check. You cannot castle yourself out of check. You cannot castle through check. That's the one that I was missing. And so pretty much that means if you have to move your king into a position where they are literally going through check. So let's say that looking at the chessboard, let's say that um okay, so let's say, hopefully you guys can still see, let's say that the king right here on g1 moved to, okay, I can't really show out an example right now, but pretty much if you have to move your king through a checkmate or a check or whatever the case may be, then you can't do that either. And then the last two are you cannot castle if you moved your king, and then you cannot castle if you moved your in either one. Well, you can't castle if you moved your king, but if you moved your left rook, then you can castle with your right. And if you move your right, you can castle with your left. If you move both, then you can't castle. So each of your pieces have to be untouched for you to be able to castle using those pieces. So okay, so back rank checkmates. And pretty much just to go over that, it was pretty much showing that when you castle, you always want to have kind of an escape square for your king to go into, just in case somebody comes to that back rank and then tries to attack your king. So it says white to move. The position looks equal, but black's king is stuck on the back rank without any protection. Can you find a move that immediately wins for white? So that move would be to move. Um, Let me see. Okay, so I don't. Y'all. I'm making sure that I'm doing this just 100% correctly before I move. So, if I move to from G3 about like B8, I would be attacking that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. Sorry, y'all. I was looking at something else because I was like, okay, then the king could just move to e7. I don't know how. I guess I thought that the king was on f8, allowing it to move there, but it can't. Um, and so that's a checkmate simply because it literally has nowhere else to go. If it moves anywhere else along that rank, then it is still being attacked by the queen. So fantastic. White delivers a back rank checkmate. Okay. White has a weak pawn on b3, but both of white's rooks are pointing at black's back rank. Can you find a winning combination for white on the back rank? Okay, so I'm gonna just reread it one more time. White has a weak pawn on b3, which is right here. Um, oh, sorry. Can you find a winning combination? Oh wait, no, I didn't fully read that. But both of white's rooks are pointing at black's back rank. Okay. Can you find a winning combination for white on the back rank? Um, so moving here, and then once again moving there once again, and pretty much the same thing with the queen. The queen does have more of a selection as far as where it can move, but even still, if the king moves anywhere along that rank, the rook is still able to attack. So fantastic. White forces black to capture the rook. It's time to deliver a back rank checkmate. Great job. Black is checkmated. White's king is in serious danger. Can you find the best defense for white? So White's king, which is right here, is in serious danger. Can you find the best defense for white? So now that we've seen what it looks like to have, because we just went over this. If I take it with my white rook on c1, then it still can catch me there, and then that's it. So we're gonna go. Oh, okay. Let me see that. Okay, so that's another thing too. When you're in check, you have to get yourself out of check. You can't do anything other than that. Um, so I think the best decision would be to move here. And so that's simply because, I still have another piece to go ahead and go with the rook fight. So it'll just be no one has rooks if that was, to go there. So excellent job. White protects the back rank with a good position. Okay, black's queen is hanging, or is it? Can you find a forced win for white based upon black's weak black back rank? Okay, so it says black's queen. Oh my gosh. Black's queen is hanging. Can you find a forced win for white? A forced win. Would it be multiple moves? Oh, okay, no. So, white's win the queen moves. Okay, okay, so we're just gonna leave that rook alone. I'm trying to see because okay, so if I move my queen on a5 to d8, then the queen can still just attack me right there. And technically, I wouldn't be able to do anything simply because the rook is protecting that rook. Let me hold on. Let me go through one more time. Move in here. Gonna take move in there. The queen is gonna attack. And, well, maybe. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, and then here. Okay, so yeah, that was right. Fantastic. White can now deliver a back rank checkmate. Black is checkmated. Great work. So me personally, I need to work on being able to fully see, you know, how to play because that was right, but I was thinking that it was wrong simply because like I was obviously focused and thinking it through. It's just actually visualizing the pieces moving. It was a little tough for me at times. But anyway, so, white to move. Black's queen is the only piece protecting the back rank. Can you find a way to force the queen to leave the back rank to allow a back rank checkmate for white? So, um, mm, okay, so black's queen is the only piece protecting the back rank. Can you find a way to force the queen to leave the back rank um, to allow a back rank checkmate for white? Okay, so, and it's white's move, just in case you guys didn't catch that. Um, okay, and like I said, y'all, I'm trying to get better as far as like being quiet and stuff like that because I know that, because when I'm thinking, at times I can get kind of quiet. Um, so, okay, hold on, y'all, because I was thinking of something, but that's not the right way that you're supposed to go about doing the back rank checkmate. Um, so okay, so a way to get the queen to leave. Okay, so we need her to either go to a7 or b7, or anywhere else for that matter, but just through one of those squares. Um, um, we're gonna see if this bait works. Okay, yeah. Um, so this move does not force the black queen to leave the back rank. Try again. I mean, to me, well, maybe not. Let me see. Um, if I come there, but that's the thing, it's not on a diagonal, so I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm tempted to go ahead and look at the hint, just so that I can do this correctly and so you guys can see it in a timely manner. So, check black's king and attack the black queen at the same time, and you'll find the winning move. Um, they're not on the same color. So, what, just moving right here? Okay, this move is not for man. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time, but then after that, we're just gonna go ahead and do the solution. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, check black's king, and attack the black queen at the same time. Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do the solution. Okay, so incredible. White threatens to take black's queen with the checkmate to follow. So black is forced to accept a sacrifice. Can you follow a back ring checkmate for white? I mean, even with me moving my queen right there, that still was like the same thing pretty much, but I guess. Okay, so can you play a back ring checkmate for white? Um, okay, and then once again, with the knight being right here on g5, it will be able to come and attack the king on f7 if it decided to move there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into weak targets, f2 and f7. And so his comment is, the f2 and f7 pawns are only defended by the king in the starting position, so it can be subject to attack. If you can attack your opponent's f-pawn with 2 pieces when it's only defended by a king, you can frequently win material or a checkmate. A good defensive idea is to castle that your a good defensive idea is to castle so that your rook defends the f-pawn. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I do talk kind of fast, and I'm trying to do better with that. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and watch this video. It's about like 3 minutes. And so then after that, I will once again take myself off of mute and put my screen back on the thing so that we can talk about it. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and let you. So, like I said, after the video is over, then we'll talk about it and then get into these challenges. So, pretty much it was just talking about, how the F file is kind of, well, the F file for the pawns at least, is kind of a weak square simply because the only line of defense is the king. And so it's pretty much talking about just different things like that on how to kind of avoid that. So, white to move. Let's develop white's light squared bishop to a diagonal that points at black's weakest point, the f7 pawn. So the f7 pawn, black's f7 pawn is on f. I didn't realize that. Okay, black's f7 pawn is right here. So let's see if I move right here, then great job. The bishop enters the action and points directly at black's weak f7 pawn. Okay, so white to move. Black just pinned king's, wait, black, black just pinned white's knight on f3 with bishop to g4. So g4 right there. Let's bring white's other knight into the game and help control the center. And so another thing is when controlling the center, that is very important because controlling the center allows you to control the game, essentially. So as you can see, this square is controlling this d5 square. And if I move this pawn, what, like right there? Why would I not move it there? The whites, oh, the knight? I thought it said, oh, I'm thinking of the bishop. Okay. Let's see. So, let me see. Okay. Excellent job. White developed another piece in the game, and black wasted with time with a pawn move. Can you find a powerful combination to attack f7 and black's king? So f7 right here. So attacking that, I mean, would it simply just be moving right here? Okay. You have the right idea, but white needs a piece to protect the bishop before it captures, okay? I'm trying to see because let me see here. Okay, so if I move to let me see. If I move right here to f7, obviously, then the king can just attack me. But if I move, I don't really have any other power pieces. So would I move? So okay, attacking that square and attacking the king. Let me see. If I move right here. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. If I move right there, actually. But is it supposed to be multiple moves? Because if so, then I can move right there and then I'm protecting it. Why can't the king just go? And then the black just go and then, okay. This move does not help white attack f7. Try again. Then what am I supposed to do? Because I don't have no other pieces that's out. And I guess it's supposed to be a one move type thing. Okay. Attack f7 and black's king. So I'm not necessarily attacking right away, right? So what? Move on right here? Okay, forget it. Just, can you find a surprising knight move that captures a pawn and joins white's bishop? Okay. So move right here. Okay, fantastic. White's knight joins the bishop to attack f7 and hunt black's king. Black captures white's queen, missing a forced checkmate based upon white's attack on f7. Let's capture the f7 pawn with check. So if it takes right there, then I can still. How is that not right? White is already down the queen. We need to try to capture f7 with check and attack the king. Oh, duh. God, I'm sorry. I'm having a slow moment. Okay. And obviously that didn't work because the knight's moving 7 or L shape. So, okay. So great work. White's knight and bishop work hard together to force black's king up the board. Okay. Bring white's other knight into the attack and deliver checkmate. So, let's see. Move right there. Okay. So excellent work. White's 3 pieces working together checkmate the black king. Okay, hold on. I'm just oh dang. I did not see that comment. Okay, so y'all, just in case y'all were wondering, because I did not see that comment, but just in case you were wondering, I'm playing on chess.com. So if you guys ever want to play me or, anything like that, I am playing on chess.com. Now, as far as having like different, like these lessons and things like that, you only get those when you pay for like the subscription. I don't know if it's a subscription or what the case is, but it's, you have to pay for it to be able to get the lessons and stuff like that. But as you guys can see, they are very beneficial. They kind of walk you through it as well. So in my opinion, it is worth it. I don't know how much it is because I'm not the one that pays for it. This is like, a company thing, I guess. But yeah, so just to answer her question, I am playing on chess.com. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not looking at this screen. And so when you guys comment, it doesn't pop up here directly. It goes it doesn't pop up to my screen directly, like the screen that I'm on. So yeah. But just to reiterate once again, I'm so sorry that I missed your comment, but 30 chess.com. I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay. So white to move. Let's play the incredible knight attacks e5, move again, and see if black has a better defense. So knight attacks e5, and just so you guys, are following along, the X does mean attack, and then the N, the capitalized N is a knight because the capitalized K is a king. So, excellent. We already know what happens if black captures white's queen. Can you find a capture for white to gain material? Wait. We already know what happens if black captures white's queen. Can you find a capture for white to gain material? Oh, sorry, for white to gain material. Moving here. Okay. Exactly. White captures the bishop and is now up a pawn with excellent development. Even with black's best defense, white has a much better game. So now it's black to move. Black's bishop attacks white's weak f2 pawn with black to move. Can you find a way to safely add a second attacker to white's weakness? So, okay. Let me see. Black's bishop attacks white's weak f2. So f2 is right there. Okay, so and then black is attacking with the bishop. With black to move, can you find a way to safely add a second attacker to white's weakness? Okay. So once again, I immediately look at my power pieces, but I do have some pieces that are already out. So you got it. Black's knight joins the attack on f2 when white does not have a good way to defend. Black will win material on the next move. Okay, black's bishop is attacking the f2 pawn right here. Can you add a second piece to help attack f2 and attack the unprotected b2 pawn at the same time? I mean, is it the same? Okay, I was going to say the same thing. This move does not safely add a second attacker. Okay, so the f2 pawn safely adds an attacker. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I like to think stuff through and everything like that. Most of the time. Let me see here. So, adding an attacker to the f2 pawn. So once again, the f2 pawn is right here. The bishop that is attacking it is on c5. And so, okay, so now we're looking into adding another attacker. I think it still would be adding a knight. I just have to look at more better positioning, I guess you can say. Moving right here, I'm pretty sure I just moved right there. G4, yeah, I just moved right there. So if I attack right here, then the white pawn would still be able to capture me. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best move. And is that attacking? It is. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. This move does not safely add a second attacker. Okay, so then where am I? Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do the hint. Black's powerful queen can attack both f2 and b2 at the same time. Okay, so f2 and b2. b2 is right there. I'm trying to see because there's pieces and stuff in front of where the queen can move. Black's powerful queen can attack both f2 and b2. So f2 is right here, b2 is right there. Moving right here to b6, that only attacks one of the pawns. Let me see. Well, I guess that's still somewhat attacking. Okay. Excellent job. Black attacks both the f2 and b2 pawns at once. After white castles to safety, let's win the b2 pawn. I guess moving right here, right? This is not captured. B2, my bad. The b2 pawn. Okay. You're ready for your next lesson, king safety. Okay, so once again, as you guys know, we're gonna go ahead and watch this video. I'm gonna turn my camera off and myself on mute so that you guys can watch it with no interruptions, and then I'll be back. But before then, I'm gonna read his comment, and then yeah. So, never forget to protect your most important piece, the king. A material advantage doesn't matter if there's checkmate. Be careful to defend potential checkmating squares near your king and to give your king escape routes if needed. So, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. So, that was that, and that was pretty much just going over literally king safety. So, we're just going to go ahead and start the challenges. And speaking of challenges, if you guys want to challenge me to a game, or if you guys want to play with me one-on-one, or anything like that, just be sure to let me know. And we'll get that set up. Okay, so white to move. White is in a very bad position, currently down several pawns and 2 minor pieces. Let's make the best out of a bad situation and at least capture an unprotected black pawn. So it's white's move. And so we're going to go ahead and attack an unprotected pawn, which is right here. because moving there, the rook isn't allowed to. Rooks don't move diagonally, so it can't take the rook on A8 isn't allowed to take the rook on B7, and then bishops don't move horizontally, so it cannot take the rook on B7 either. Okay, good job. White captured a pawn, and black quickly played in to D8, which is a knight to D8. Attacking the rook and revealing the bishop's attack on the queen. Can you find a winning move that black overlooked? So a winning move that black overlooked. So winning move for white. The king is right there. Would it be moving right here? Okay, so excellent job. Black was lots of material but forgot about king safety. Okay, so white to move. White has a powerful position. Let's move our knight directly into the center. So the knight moving directly into the center. That don't look like it. Well, I guess. Okay, so great work. White's knight is in the center, controlling key enemy squares. Black attacks white's queen, but black's king is stranded in the center. Can you find the best move for white? So, let me see. Let me reread that again. So great work. White's knight is in the center, controlling key enemy squares. Black attacks white's queen. So white's queen is right here, being attacked by the bishop. Oh, I was trying to show y'all. Let's see. But black's king is stranded in the center. Can you find the best move for white? Okay. So, no, because then that would be attacking. Would it be right here? Okay, so exactly, black overlooked checkmate. Now, once again, knights do move in 7 or L shapes, however you guys want to remember it or think of it. So with that being said, it is going to move 1, 2, 3 squares, and it's attacking the king. The king cannot move to the left, which is on D8, because the queen has a direct I guess, plan of attack towards it or whatever, how you ever want to say it. It pretty much has no other moves based on its positioning. So, next. Okay, so black to move. White's rook that was on A1 just captured a pawn on A5. So A1 captured on A5, leaving the back rank wide open. With black to move, let's take advantage of the unsafe king. Okay. With white to move. Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at the positioning and just different stuff like that. Let me read this again. White's rook that was on A1 just captured a pawn on A5, leaving the back rank wide open. Oh, it's black's move. That's why I was confused. Okay. With black to move, let's take advantage of the unsafe king. Okay, so the white's king is on a black colored square, and that's important as far as moving the bishop and different things like that. Now I'm looking at my knight and how it would be able to move. Oh, okay. Black checked the king but didn't gain anything from it. Try to take advantage of white's back rank weaknesses. So okay, just moving this then. Excellent job. White's king is forced off the back rank. Can you find black's best move? I feel like it has something. Would it be right here? Okay. Fantastic. Black resisted the temptation of taking a rook on h1, preferring checkmate in 1. So, let's see. With me moving right here, the king cannot move right here because of... Hold on. Let me see real quick. So it cannot move diagonally right here to E3 because there's a pawn protecting that square. It cannot move on D3 because because this bishop right here on a6, and obviously it cannot move to the side simply because of this rook right here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to power through these last two just so that we can end on time because it is 7:57. So yeah, White's king, well, it's White's move. White's king is very weak and Black's queen is ready to deliver checkmate on G2. So G2 right here, on the next move. Can you find a way to save the game for White? Okay. Now immediately I'm seeing that this square right here is open. So having a queen move right there, like closer. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. White's king is very weak. Okay. Can you find a way to save the game for White? And let me see. I'm trying to think. I feel like it would just be moving. I don't know though. Yeah, I didn't think so. That does not prevent checkmate on the next turn. Okay, yeah, because then maybe okay. Um mm, sorry, y'all. Hold on. So it's White's move. I'm gonna just go ahead and do a hint because dang, I did not realize 2 minutes passed by. Take advantage of Black's slightly exposed king, allowing White's queen to reach F1 on the following move. White's queen to reach F1. So moving right here. Okay, excellent job. White checks Black's queen, allowing the White queen to save the game. How can White's queen prevent checkmate? It did say moving to F1. So, okay, great defensive play. White's queen prevents checkmate just in time and saves the game. Okay, so last one. White's move. Black's queen is threatening to checkmate White on H2. Should White defend the H2 pawn, or can you find a way to take advantage of Black's weak king? So H2, which is right here. So it's White's move. Should White defend the H2 pawn, or can you find a way to take advantage of Black's weak king? So, sorry. When I do that, I'm trying to like have a direct look at how it is. Oh, I'm tripping. I did not realize that that was the king. I mean, that was the queen right there. I was thinking that that was the king the whole time. Okay, so would it just be moving in the? Nah, that wouldn't work. Okay, so right there. So great job. White attacks Black's king and forces it into the corner. Can you find a forced checkmate in 2 moves for White? I feel like I'm gonna just go ahead and do the hint. Black's back rank is weak. Can you find a forced checkmate? I mean, I was thinking about going here. Exactly, but then okay, so then the rook. Okay. Wait. If I move right, what piece did I try to move? Because I just tried to move the rook. Okay. So it is 8:01, and if you guys, are not new, then you'll know that we go 7:00 p.m. to 8:00 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday. So on Friday, 7:00 p.m. once again, we will be going over the next lesson, which is don't just check. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my viewers. If you guys once again have any questions, be sure to comment. Be sure to reach out so that we can play a game together, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and happy Maca Monday once again. And I will see you guys on I'll see you guys again on Friday. So goodbye.